last one of this topic, break-even analysis. Okay, so we've got a firm sells its product for $20 per unit. The cost of production is given by the rule C equals 4x plus 48, where x is the number of units produced. Find the value for x for which the cost of the production of x units is equal to income, blah, 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 blah. Look, it's a bit of word salad, but don't get stressed by it. X is just a pronumeral that we're using. So what we need is we need to graph two lines. We need one there and one there, or sorry, one there and one there, anything like that. So how are we going to do this? Well, we got the C equals 4x plus 48. So let's write that one down. C equals 4x plus 48. That's our costs. Okay. So you can see that there's dollars and there's a number of units. So cost will be in dollars. Number of units is obviously X. So what we need to do is work out what is our gradient and what is our y-intercept, same as we've been doing the whole time. Gradient in this one is 4, y-intercept is 48. Let's graph that one now. So we're starting off with our y-intercept is 48, and then we're going up by 4 every time. Now, if I sell 10 of them, I'm going up by 40. So let's go when x equals 10, we would have C equals 4 times 10 plus 48, which equals 88. So I know when it's 10, my thing is going to be 88, which is about there. So I can then draw the line up through that point, and that is my cost. So that is C equals 4x plus 48. Okay, next thing we have to do is we have to work out the one for their income. Have they given us one for their income? Well, no, they haven't actually given us it, but they do say that they sell their product for $20 per unit, which means that their income is 20 times however many they sell. And in a lot of cases, that's going to be similar, because there is no plus C, because realistically, if you don't sell any products, you don't normally get given any money. So here, our gradient is 4. Now, the y-intercept is 0, which you'd expect, because if they've sold nothing, they get nothing. So to do this, once again, what's probably easiest is go, okay, well, what happens when they sell 10? So when x equals 10. So I like being able to sub one in so that we can work out what it is at that point. It makes our life a lot easier. So when x equals 10, I equals 20 times 10, which means it's 200, which is great because it means I can go straight over there and put the dot right there. That is a really handy thing to do. Okay, so the other thing is, I don't know why I wrote the gradient is 4. The gradient is 20, sorry. So the good thing is that indicates a gradient of 20, those corners. So it's almost as though they drew this graph so that we could. So there you go, there's that. And I'm just going to redraw this one because I think I can get it a bit more, not in that color I can't. I think I can get a little bit more accurate than I did last time. There we go, that's better. All right, so there's my two graphs. So I've got this one, which is income equals 20x. So the next thing it does, it says find the value which both the costs is equal to the income or revenue raised. So they used revenue, I used income. So you could use an R instead of I, but I used I for income. So we're looking for the point at which they break even. So obviously that's there. So number of units. So it's asking us find the value for X. So find the number of units. So for that, X would equal, well, 3. So as long as they sell 3 units, they are breaking even. Any more than 3 and they're making a profit. Any less than 3 and they'd be still making a loss. Now here it says check your answer algebraically. The way we do that is we've got, we can sub that value in. So we're going to go into this one. So we'll call this one equation 1. We'll call this one equation 2. So we're going to sub 3, because that's the value of X that we just found, into 1. So I go I equals 20 times 3, which equals 60. Then I'm going to sub 3 into 2. Now, you'll notice I'm not circling 3. The reason I'm not circling it is because that's a number that we're subbing it in. We're not subbing it into equation number 3 because I'm using 1 and 2 as names for those equations. So we sub it into there, and we get C equals 4 times 3 plus 48, which equals 12 plus 48, which equals 60. They both equal the same thing. By putting that in, you can see that if I've got the same x value, I'm getting the same y value, but it's only in that place. If we put any other x value in, we would not get the same y values. Okay, so that's why it's called the break-even point. All right, I hope that made a bit of sense.